We've come a long way, baby.
Welcome to Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle, your show for compassionate living without sacrifice. Food. It's something we can't live without. But veganism isn't about food alone, so I try to focus this show on all the various aspects of vegan life, my vegan life, to help vegans, new and seasoned, navigate the world and life, as I do as a vegan. But I've been cooking up a storm, and my sister, Chef Maria Grillo Abel, and I have been playing with our food together, developing some delicious dishes. So this episode of Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle is all about food. As barbecue season is upon us, we'll make Chef Maria's barbecue spaghetti squash sliders with pickled red onion, her orange-cilantro plantain chips with chocolate barbecue sauce, and my extravagant 5-cheese Romanesco lasagna. And I'm joined by a very special guest who just might change any preconceived ideas of what a vegan looks like. All right here on Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle. I was born a very lucky vegan. Well, I wasn't born into a vegan household, but I was born into a family of professional chefs and extraordinary home cooks. So when I went vegetarian as a kid, then vegan, I was lucky to not only have my entire family's full support after only a very brief period of panic, but also their expression of love through food, as they immediately set themselves to veganizing family favorites and inventing new ones. Now, with Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle, I get to share all of this with you. My sister, Chef Maria Grillo Abel, has yet again created flavorful recipes for us. I'll show you how to make 2 of them right now. Barbecue spaghetti squash sliders with pickled red onion and orange-cilantro plantain chips with chocolate barbecue sauce. Join me in my Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle kitchen and let's get cooking. I'm going to show you how to make these barbecue spaghetti squash sliders with pickled red onion. You will need 1 cup vegan barbecue sauce, 4 tablespoons vegan hot sauce, and 1 medium spaghetti squash halved lengthwise. Brush the squash with hot sauce, covering it thoroughly. Place the halves face down on a parchment-lined baking sheet and bake at 425 degrees until fork tender, about 35 to 40 minutes. When the squash is done, scoop out the strands into a strainer placed over a bowl to drain any liquid, drying the strands as much as possible, and discard any liquid. Mine had very little, as you can see. Place the squash strands in a bowl and season with salt and pepper. And stir to combine. Add the barbecue sauce and mix until it is thoroughly incorporated. It might seem like a lot at first, but it really does absorb. You see how the squash is drinking up the barbecue sauce? It will all soak in. Done. Set it aside and let's make the pickled onion. You'll need 1 red onion thinly sliced, ½ cup apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon vegan granulated sugar, 1½ teaspoon salt, and 1 cup hot water. To slice the onions, set your mandolin to an 1/8 inch. Place the slices in a deep bowl or jar. Or more than 1 jar. Combine the apple cider vinegar with the sugar, the salt, and the hot water to make the pickling liquid. Pour the liquid over the onions, cover it tightly and let it sit in the fridge for 1 hour. Spoon 2 tablespoons of the squash mixture onto a slider bun, top with pickled onion and arugula, close the sandwich and serve warm.
I'm going to show you how to make Chef Maria's chocolate barbecue sauce with orange-cilantro plantain chips.
You will need 2 ripe medium plantains, a 1/4 cup aquafaba, 2 tablespoons freshly squeezed orange juice, 1 tablespoon brown sugar, 1 tablespoon water, 1/2 teaspoon dried cilantro, and salt to taste. In a medium-sized mixing bowl, stir to combine the aquafaba with the orange juice, the brown sugar, dried cilantro, and water. Slice each plantain on the diagonal into thin slices. Each plantain will yield about 16 pieces. Add the plantain slices to the aquafaba mixture and stir to coat evenly. Line a baking sheet with parchment paper and lightly coat with vegetable oil. Lay the plantain slices in a single layer on the baking sheet, careful not to overlap. Bake for 20 minutes on each side and sprinkle with salt. Let's make the chocolate barbecue dipping sauce. You will need 1 cup vegan barbecue sauce, 2 tablespoons 70% dark chocolate grated. Pour both the barbecue sauce and the dark chocolate into a saucepan. Simmer very slowly for 3 minutes while whisking continuously. Until smooth. Pour the sauce into a dipping bowl and let cool a bit before serving. And now it's time to taste.
The hint of orange and cilantro in the plantain, combined with the tanginess of the barbecue sauce and the slight bittersweet of the chocolate, another level.
I've created an extravagant, fun, pretty, and easy 5-cheese Romanesco-Potato lasagna using one of my favorite vegetables discovered when I lived in Rome, the festive-looking Romanesco. Visually striking Romanesco, a geometrical flower, which I first saw and tasted when I lived in Rome, Italy, has a flavor that is somewhat a cross between cauliflower and broccoli. When I found it at my local grocer, I couldn't wait to come up with an exciting recipe to share with you. The LVL 5-cheese Romanesco-Potato lasagna is layered with potatoes and Romanesco, tempeh bacon, walnuts, white bean bechamel, and 5 vegan cheeses: cream cheese, feta, ricotta, parmesan, and mozzarella, and prettily decorated with Romanesco tips. Here's what you need and how to make it.
Here's what you'll need. 1 medium head Romanesco, 2 cups white bean bechamel, 1 cup each of vegan ricotta, vegan cream cheese, vegan feta cubed, vegan parmesan thinly sliced, shredded vegan mozzarella, tempeh bacon, 1/4 cup walnuts, 2 tablespoons fresh chopped parsley. Layer overlapping potato slices, cover with 1/2 cup bechamel and mashed Romanesco. Sprinkle tempeh bacon, walnuts, and chopped parsley. Follow with dollops of ricotta and cream cheese and 1/2 cup each of the other 3 cheeses. Repeat the process until you're left with a top layer of potato and bechamel.
topped with mozzarella and Romanesco tips. Cover with aluminum foil and bake. Serve warm and enjoy. For the full recipe, visit Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle on Instagram. Let me know if you enjoyed these recipes. Comment below and post your photos and videos on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or TikTok, and tag Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle. When people think about what a vegan looks like, there are often preconceived images, some accurate, many not, and vegans come in all shapes, sizes, colors, and ages. My guest on this episode of Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle will certainly provide a fresh perspective on who is vegan. Vegan Evan is a young, passionate animal advocate committed to creating a healthy, compassionate, and regenerative world. He is ambassador and spokesperson for several organizations and the movement to end speciesism. He has spoken at major events throughout the US, is the world's youngest certified vegan lifestyle coach and educator, and he is 11 years old. Evan has won awards from PETA and the Russell Simmons Creative Animal Hero Kids Award, and his mother, Shannon, and he are here with us. Shannon and Evan, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Lucia, so much for having us on.
Thank you.
So, Evan, I'm going to start with you. Were you born vegan?
I was not.
How? Go ahead, tell me.
So I wasn't even born like vegetarian or anything, even though my mom has been vegetarian since she was 9, because she wanted me to make my own choice. That way it meant more to me. So if anyone like picked on me or bullied me about it, I know it was the right thing. So when I was about 4, I had seen, like, I always saw all these videos. My mom didn't want me to see like the videos because I was really young, but I would come up behind her and I would see the videos. And whenever we were out eating, she would ask me what I wanted. And if I said like, oh, a burger, she'd say, remember, that's a dead cow and they wanted to live just like us, but she would give me the option. And so I barely ever ate animals anyways.
Wow.
But when I was like 4, sometime when I was 4, I decided to go pesco, lacto, ovo, vegetarian. But I was a vegetarian, but I ate dairy, fish, and eggs.
Okay.
So then we read some articles about how fish had friends, families, and feelings just like us, how they wanted to live just like us. So we stopped eating fish, and then Grandma Lynn, my grandma, her mom, she, whenever there's a bug in the house, she always gets a cup and she gets him outside and she always has me go, bug emergency, bug emergency. Goes and she gets the cup. It's funny. But I said, how can you save all these spiders and bees and ants and all these animals, but still eat fish? And it took like a month, but she stopped eating fish.
Great.
And then when I was 5, while I was asleep one night, my mom watched Cowspiracy, a documentary Cowspiracy. And in the morning, she told me she was going to try being vegan. And I said, I want to as well. And she said, I don't think that's a good idea. You can't have cupcakes, you can't have pizza, you can't have all these things. You can't go to like people's birthdays, you can't eat the cake. And I said, no, Mommy, if the animals are being hurt and I don't need it, I don't want it. I've been vegan ever since.
Yep.
So is she.
But I will say, if I was vegan when Evan was born and I knew all then that I know now, I definitely would have raised him vegan. But it did work out really well because he has a lot of conviction and he made the choice himself. And he helped me a lot too, because even though I hadn't eaten any animals, including sea life, since I was 9, I really didn't give fish and crabs that much merit until we did research together. And then my mom, even though she had gone mostly vegetarian about a year after me. It was when he said that to her about, how are you still eating these poor fish and crabs, but saving the bees, ants, and spiders? And she was like, good point. And she's vegan now too. And so is Grandpa Earl. So
amazing, amazing. I love it. So Shannon, what inspired you to go first, I guess, crustacean to go vegetarian and then vegan?
So when I was 9, so back in 1996, my favorite older cool cousin, she was 10 years older than me, and so she was away at college, coming home for Thanksgiving, and everybody was talking about, oh, Zoe's one of those crazy vegans now. And I went to grandma's like we always did, and when she arrived, she dared me not to eat any meat for the day, which I don't really like that word. I was 9 and she was the cool older cousin, so I took the dare. And then we had all the sides and everything. The only thing I didn't eat during the traditional Thanksgiving meal was the poor dead turkey. And then that night, Zoe popped into the VCR a VHS tape that she had brought home from college. It was very graphic and violent, and I was such a huge animal lover that was it. I never ate another animal again. But then it took another 19 years for me to learn what was going on in the dairy and egg industries. I guess maybe somewhere in the back of my head, I knew there had to be something because people were vegan. And I thought that cows just made milk. And I thought chickens just laid eggs. And I didn't realize that we've selectively bred these animals over hundreds of years to make them produce unnatural amounts of, their ovulations or breast milk, and that we're stealing their babies from them in the dairy industry. But
amazing.
I felt like I should try it first before I had him do it, because you hear so many things about health, and I didn't want him to be deprived of experiences like pizza day and birthdays. But I'm so grateful that he didn't let me talk him out of it. So we've been vegan together ever since.
Amazing. So can you explain to our viewers what is veganism? What does it mean to be vegan?
So the definition of veganism is trying your best to cause the least amount of harm possibly and practicably towards all. So what that means is like, people aren't going to go vegan if you say that you can't have anything with sugar. Technically, sugar, unless it's like organic, white sugar is cut with bone char. And as disgusting as that is, it's just used like as a filler. So when we cook, we get organic sugar, but we're not going to say you can't have any candy, you can't have anything with sugar, because then no one is going to go vegan.
Exactly. The tagline of this show is compassionate living without sacrifice. So you're not sacrificing animals, and you're not sacrificing your lifestyle, whatever you want. If you're like not wealthy and struggling financially, you can be vegan. If you're ultra rich and a celebrity, you can be vegan. So I like that you brought that up.
Yeah, and another thing you're not sacrificing is the only planet that we have, because we don't have a second planet to go to. Let's say bees die, all right? If bees die, then the pollination is gonna just be terrible. No plants will grow, and then animals who like are herbivores won't be able to eat plants. Then the carnivorous animals will just all die out. And then, like, let's say plankton die, smallest organisms in the ocean, if they die, everything that eats them and eats what that's from just dies. If all the oceans die, everything in the world really dies, and then we die. Humans really are like the ones that don't contribute too much good stuff, because we cut down rainforests. If we went away, everything would probably be better. But we have to take care of the only planet that we have, because we can't just like everything on this planet dies. We can't be like, we're going to Mars. At least not yet, we can't.
This planet is so beautiful. It is so immensely beautiful. I don't want to go anywhere else. I mean, I wouldn't mind traveling, but I want to live here.
Yeah, it's so sad. Like constantly, all sorts of species, even species that we haven't discovered yet, are going extinct.
We have to be good caretakers of the earth, right?
Yep.
So you do a lot of things. You do leafletting, protesting, you do disruptions, marches, animal rescue, help with cooking demos. What is the most exciting part? What is your most your favorite action as an animal advocate?
So my favorite thing to do is disruptions. So we'll go into like a store or a restaurant, and we usually have megaphones and signs, and we go in, usually say, we come with a message of peace, compassion, and nonviolence towards all. And then we'll say like why we're there. Sometimes when we're in a restaurant, we'll say like, all animals want to live just like us. They have families, friends, and feelings just like us. And we have no need to be killing them when we can survive and thrive off of just eating plants. And then we'll go around and do speak outs. Whoever wants to talk gets to talk for a minute. And then we'll do chants. We'll hold up the signs, and then usually go the long way when we're leaving and go around the store and come out. Pretty fun. I like that. It's like for activism, that's like the most active ism.
We'll leave it with one question. What do you want to leave our viewers with? Do you want to give a message to other vegan kids, or to kids or people who want to go vegan?
It's a lot easier than people think. That's it. Easier.
Yeah. Leave them with why they should go vegan.
So we have every reason to be vegan and none not to. It's not way more expensive. There's not any of that. And then if you do it, you're saving the animals, you're saving the planet, and you're saving yourself. And in that, you can go and you can tell your friends and tell your family, and then you can all live longer, healthier, happier lives together with like the people that you care about. Because even if people don't necessarily care about themselves, which most people do, and most people care about the animals, and most people care about the planet, I'm sure that there's something that people care about, because everything ties into veganism, really.
Right. Oh, that's beautiful.
Like
that's
people,
perfect.
let's say you say there's world hunger and people are starving over another country.
Right.
Well, that's because all these plants, we use so much plants, and then we feed it to the animals. Like for a pound of beef, it takes like 2,500 gallons of water.
Right.
So taking that much resources and then getting that much meat back, that's why people are like dying of starvation and thirst and stuff. So we have every reason to be vegan and none not to.
Yep.
Exactly. Shannon and Evan, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us.
I'm excited to announce that Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle will be providing official coverage for Planet Bethesda, a World Environment Day festival with food, fun, and music on June 5th in Bethesda, Maryland. The day-long event will celebrate the best of Bethesda, vendors and food establishments serving up their most delicious plant-based creations. There will be activities for kids, a canine courtyard, a pie eating contest, a beer garden with beer, wine, and seasonal cocktails, and some very nice giveaways. Organized by our friends and guests of this show at Farm Animal Rights Movement, Planet Bethesda is sure to become an annual celebration of better eating for our shared planet. The event is free and open to the public. I look forward to seeing you there and bringing you highlights from the event here on Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle. Watch Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle to live your best vegan life. Subscribe to the Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle YouTube channel to catch up on all episodes, and follow on social media for exclusives and to find out what's airing next. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button to help me keep this show going. And if you enjoy this episode, like and share it, because it really does help support me making this show, which helps people go vegan and stay vegan. Tap on notifications to be the first to know when a new episode or content drops. Level up with LVL and live your best vegan life. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle, your show for compassionate living without sacrifice. I'm Lucia, I'm vegan, and this is my lifestyle.